Hey, so I've been working today and listening to I Killed the Prom Queen, old ass album from 2006. It's what was it called? It is here actually. I put it here already, of course, because it was so amazing. I was so surprised that the album from 2006 holds up so fucking good. Music for the recently deceased. I just recalled it. So, and I decided to make this kind of tier list, and I'm actually really glad that I decided to do that, because while looking through my library, I rediscovered so many bands that I want to revisit. I haven't been listening to music like for a while now, kind of periodically only, but not like constantly. Most of the time I don't. Uh, but now I want to, revisit all those amazing bands. Especially, there were several gems that I found, and I was so surprised that what the fuck, how could I forget about them? But anyway, this is my tier list, my opinion. But I think that there is, there are. How do I say that? There is not a single metalcore fan that at least doesn't like some of them, because those are really cream of the crop, best of the best. So I'm gonna start with I Killed the Prom Queen, exactly, with the music for the recently deceased, because it's just a fucking great one, dude. Like, most of these albums are around a fucking quarter of century old, so this is just amazing by itself. Mm, this one is close, also. It's 2006, so it's like 18 years old right now. But it holds up so good. I haven't been listening to metalcore recently because at some point, when I checked, like, every band were so, like, was so shit that I decided that the genre died out, and it probably is the case. But on the other hand, I'm not saying that there aren't currently good bands, metalcore bands. There probably are some new ones, like, I mean, the ones that appeared after all those. But yeah, again, that is my list. I'm putting what I know, what I remember, and I just fucking admire some of those like works. Okay, if I started from the end, let's continue just like that. So this is self-titled. This the Sorrow. This is Austrian band. Mm. We were so surprised when we checked out back in the day, like when I downloaded this album. I think it was 2011 or something, if I'm not mistaken. Mm. That this band is from Austria, because back then there were nothing from Austria, not a single fucking metalcore band, and this one actually was not only decent but actually great. I even to the day I remember how, like, amazing, like, how many bangers it had, and I will definitely put this back in my playlist, and I will listen to it probably tomorrow. So further, let's go. It is Norma Jean album from 2006. I don't remember what the name was. Shit, how is that? Oh, it's open in my browser. Just wait. Mm, Norma Jean 2006. Was it 2006 or just a second? Albums. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of this band, and I think I even mixed up the albums because I wanted to put this one, not the other one. But let's martyr kills the child, exactly. So yeah, let's think that it is this one. So yeah, because this one is decent too, but this one is definitely the best. So yeah, their best album I'll probably put A tier, because I was never the biggest fan of Norma Jean, but still worthwhile, especially if people like, for people who like dissonance and stuff, like who like math metalcore and stuff like that. Mm. You can check it out, definitely. It's a great one. Uh, as I lay dying, I think it's the Frail words collide. Mm. I don't know. For anyone who knows what metalcore is, I think there is no like there should be any commentaries about this in regard to this album. This is one of the best albums ever made, and so is Shadows Are Security 2005. Also, As I Lay Dying, those are just amazing. Mm. Furthermore, August Burns Red Messengers. Is this the Messengers cover art? Yeah, I think that's the only album I put here. No, not the only one. Constellations also. Yeah, but the Messengers is for me number one. Of course, that is just fucking amazing fucking job. I don't know how people don't know how to do metalcore nowadays. This is so fucking crazy. This is from 2007, I think, and it's still fucking great, fucking amazing. So, couple of bands I'll keep until the very end, or maybe not. What the fuck? Um, so there were a lot of Russian metalcore bands actually that I wanted to put on this list, but I wanted in terms of I liked them back in the day. I really enjoyed them, but I'm not going to. I don't want to promote anything Russian nowadays, for reasons. I guess who knows, he knows. But this one I couldn't go. I couldn't just miss this one because although this is not Russian, this is Belarusian, but at, it's the same thing at this point. But I mean, it's so great that I couldn't just not put it in here, and it's gonna be tier S tier. It's Dead Silence Hides My Cries, the band, and the album is called Symphony of Death or something like that. A symphony, brutal symphony or some shit like that. But Dead Silence Hides My Cries, and it's this cover art. This is just one of the best ever, definitely albums. Great, like just great. I don't think they did anything like better than this ever. They made one more album and some singles. I didn't like it that much. Anyway, that's the only Belarusian band that is gonna be on the list. Obviously, I don't know if any others exist, even to be honest. Yeah. Anyway, this is the other album, another album of the Austrian band that I mentioned before. This one, the Sorrow. I don't remember the name of the album. Let's see, the Sorrow albums, probably albums. Yeah, this. So something blessings from a blackened sky, exactly. Also amazing album, highly recommended. Let's put it that way. No. Yeah, I don't know if that even matters. I mean, they are all in S tier. They are all worth checking out. So next one is quite a rare band. I don't think that many people know about them because they didn't exist for like a long time. Unfortunately, it was a great band. It's Machinemade God, German band. It kind of sounds like it gives Killswitch Engage vibes, and it was really great. And it's a bummer that they don't exist. I actually personally prefer them over other well-known German bands like Caliban or Heaven Shall Burn. I never liked Heaven Shall Burn or Caliban. It has like there are some bangers, but they didn't have an album that would represent this kind of quality, like high quality album. I didn't like most of their like stuff. Here though, Machinemade God. This is I think Infinity Complex from 2006 album. It is great. It is just amazing. I recommend it highly to check for everyone who likes metalcore. And again, it's a genre which I think that the best period, like it topped out in 2000, like late, early 2010s. That was the peak, and nothing else happened. Like maybe even not early, mid 2000s probably. It peaked there, and after 2010 it was already like not what it used to be. So yeah, this one and the other one album of this same band, Machinemade God. This is Masked, also fucking amazing album. Like they both I consider masterpieces. Like they are definitely on par with I Killed the Prom Queen, blessings. How was it? The music for the recently deceased or whatever. I don't remember names of the albums because I usually don't like look at it. You know, I listen. So I just put it in my playlist and I listen. And I've been listening to this like most of these albums from early 2000s, and I still don't know their like names by heart. Some of them I do. For example, Killswitch Engage. Obviously, I know all of them. So regarding Killswitch Engage, I actually was thinking if I should put Killswitch Engage in here. Why? Because back in the day, and it's an like this notion is kind of already set in stone that Killswitch Engage is metalcore, and they kind of determined themselves at metalcore also. So I don't know if we can fucking argue with the band themselves. You know, they said that they are metalcore. The sound is kind of not, but on the other hand, I love this band and those like albums so much that I cannot not put it here. Of course, if they want to be metalcore, I I completely agree. And also, the early album, this one, Alive or Just Breathing, is definitely a metalcore album. The later ones, though, I don't know. Like, on the other hand, like, what am I saying? Like, the songs like A Beat Farewell and others in 2004, they were also metalcore, like pure metalcore stuff. So this is definitely metalcore. And yeah, while of course my favorite vocalist is Howard Jones, definitely like in my opinion the best vocalist ever in metal genre, you know, in all the metal bands, along with Phil Anselmo. My opinion, that's my taste. Um, yeah. So, but still, I will put Alive or Just Breathing here, although there wasn't Howard in this band. He wasn't in this band back then. It was Jesse Leach. But this album is really great with him. Like Jesse Leach did a wonderful job back then in 2002. So this album is actually like almost quarter century old. So this is insane. This one, the end of Heartache, is a little bit newer, but it's a masterpiece anyway. As Daylight Dies, I don't know. As Daylight Dies, like it has couple of bangers, but I don't think that's on par with those two. But it's still A tier, definitely A tier. So yeah. So here is the other one, interesting one. It is a band called Black Bomb A. I think this album, it's self-titled. It's from 2006, if I'm not mistaken. And it was, I remember that it was such a crazy fucking album. I will definitely put it back in my playlist. I don't remember even a fucking single song from this album, but I remember that I loved it a lot. So it's definitely gonna be in A tier. I don't think it's on par with all those, but it was such a fucking great band. Yeah, I mean France. Sometimes you know they Frenchmen, they can surprise at times. Anyway, so next is All That Remains. All That Remains is one of the best metalcore band. Used to be one of the best metalcore bands. You know, so this one, this Darkened Heart, definitely A tier, and this one, The Fall of Ideals, A tier, of course, one of the best ever. Yeah, so I'll put Killswitch near Killswitch, and I don't know where is it gone. Okay, yeah, there it is. Yeah. So, to be honest, enough said. Like, what can I say? Phil Labonte is one of the best. I don't know if I butchered his surname. He's like kind of French surname, right? Phil Labonte, Phil Labonte or Labonte. He's an amazing vocalist. I hate what they do right now with music, and I understand their guitarist passed away unfortunately. Like Oli Herbert, I think was his name. Uh, in some, you know, not so obvious circumstances, and yeah, I don't know. maybe it's because of him not being with them they started to do this book. Actually, no, he was still with them when they did their first like shit album. you know. So I think 2006 was the last one, which was really great. Mm. Anyway, both those, this Darkened Heart and 2006 album, The Fall of Ideals, is just amazing albums. Uh, it actually, I thought from the start that they are probably like Swedes from Sweden or some Scandinavia part, because the music, the guitar solos were so cool, and then I realized that they are from, I think, Los Angeles or something, but their guitarist is actually a Scandinavian, so yeah, no surprise there, and he was actually a really fucking amazing guitarist. Rest in peace. What can we do? So next is Architects. I love this album. I don't remember the name of this album. What was I opened? I think here. Yeah, it's Daybreakers. Daybreaker. A great album. Not one of the best that I've ever heard, but I was fond of it anyway. So this one, another French band. This is what was A Call to Sincerity, and the album A Call to Sincerity. What was the album? um, Horizons, Foundations. Yes, Foundations. So Foundations by A Call to Sincerity, also I consider to be one of the best albums ever. They are also a French band. They still exist, I think, under a different name. I'm not sure what is it now. Just a second, I'll find it. It is also well known. A Call to Sincerity, band from Paris, France. A Call to Sincerity, but they are not A Call to Sincerity now. They changed the name of the band and they actually play shit music, in my opinion. But this album, Foundations, it was just such a fucking tough album. There were some fucking amazing, just great I don't understand how French bands do that, because I don't think they even have a metalcore scene or core music scene. I've never seen much bands from France, but when they do, this is just some fucking mind-blowing shit. Like this one, A Call to Sincerity, it's just fucking Black Bombay. I don't know, this is fucking crazy. I don't know how they do that, but those are one of the best like albums in here, as you see both of them S tier, because they're just, yeah. And I will have to check out the Black Bombay, because yeah, I put it in A tier. I didn't put it in S tier because solely based on the fact that I don't remember anything. I just remember that I loved the album, and maybe I'll, like, in my mind I'll put it back in S, probably. This one I recently checked out, Foundations. I listen to it from time to time because it's such a fucking brutal album in the best meaning, of the word. It's so fucking cool. So August Burns Red, Constellations. This one is great, but I never liked it as I did Messengers. Messengers are better, like it's better, in my opinion. But Constellations still has some fucking amazing songs, like Whitewashed, I think, is from there. Medware is from there. Just fucking masterpieces. It's just that the structure of the album is not as, how do I say that, as good as the Messengers. The Messengers is just banger after banger after you listen it, like non-stop. You binge listen it. So yeah, it's just amazing. Anyway, so this or the Apocalypse, another not very well-known band from USA, actually. Very great album. It's an amazing, really amazing job they've done with this album. I don't think they exist nowadays. I didn't like anything else that they've done, but this one is really great. I liked it. There are really nice themes here, like Americans. I remember the names, like a couple of them or something like that. So yeah, Americans, and another, like, Anyway, I highly recommend checking it out. Not quite on par with all those, but it's still really fucking great job. Anyway, yeah, Parkway Drive. Obviously, this is 2005. What was the name of the one of my favorite albums of all times, and I still don't remember album. Yes, Killing with a Smile, exactly. Killing with a Smile deserves S tier. This is Parkway Drive. This is one of the best bands in the world. Australian band, for someone who doesn't know. I doubt that someone doesn't know. It's a masterpiece. Enough said. And I'll put the next one. What was that? Shit, I don't remember this album's name too. Horizons, yes, exactly. This one is Horizons. I'll put Horizons right next to it because it's also S tier, one of the best ever. Uh, Another like surprising region of the world that also uh, left us kind of shocked, in a shocked condition, when we realized that Breakdown of Sanity, this small band with, I think they released an EP first. It's from Switzerland, where also there is no metalcore scene. There is no one to learn from, no one to you know gig with. I don't think. But this is such an amazing album. Mirrors, 2011, Breakdown of Sanity, just incredible job, just incredible. Anime Fire, this is just an EP, small EP, on the Wings of Hope. I don't know. There are a couple of songs, but I don't know why I put it here. To be honest, I just love one of the songs, but I don't know if it deserves even to be like on par with some of those. So I'm put it on in B. Blind Witness, Nightmare on Providence Street, I think the name was, yes. So this one is Canada. Pretty cool fucking album, tough album. Like sometimes at times it sounds like deathcore album, not metalcore, because it's kind of brutal. It's just if you want to experience a fucking, you know, just a freight train coming at you full speed and you can't do shit, listen to this album, and it's kind of cool. I loved it back in the day. Next one is Catherine. I don't remember the Catherine. I don't remember the album name. Metalcore. Yeah, I misspelled it. Rumor. Yeah, that's why I don't remember the name of the album, because it's the name of the album is Rumor Has It Astaroth Has Stolen Your Eyes. So I used to love this album. Uh, my friend, actually close friend, was a big fan of this band. So then, and there is a story with this band that I think their vocalist died to cancer. Unfortunately, he was a young dude. This is kind of a sad story, but this album, like, that's one of the best things that someone ever done in metalcore genre. So I think his life wasn't for nothing. He so big respect and rest in peace, of course. Mm. So next, I was kind of torn if I should put these albums in here, because these three is From Autumn to Ashes. From Autumn to Ashes is an American band, and I just didn't understand, like completely understand, and I never did, if they are metalcore genre or something else. But I think they are more metalcore than something else. And I know that um, the ex-drummer of our band, he actually talks to the Francis dude. He was the vocalist, I think. He is in touch with him like on Facebook, and he has his socials. They are talking to each other, like he asking about projects and stuff. Mm, Unfortunately, From Autumn to Ashes is no more as a band, from what I could gather. But uh, those albums were actually great. This one I'll put in 8 year. This is Abandon Your Friends from 2005. 20 years old at this point. This one, I think this one 2003 even. I don't remember the name. The Fiction Will Live. Um, Fucking amazing album. Just great. This one, Holding a Wolf by the Ears, I think he released without a band, like this dude, the Francis dude. I don't remember his full name, but this one, Holding a Wolf by the Ears, is just also great, on par with The Fiction We Live and all those. So next, this is Picture Inside Me. This is a band from Ukraine. This album, this album is called "В океане твоих слез", which translates as "In the Ocean of Your Tears". So back then, it was actually before the Russia's invasion into Ukraine. So before 2014, this album is from 2009, I think. And back then, relations between those two countries were normal, and actually, I understand why, because everyone's relations with Russia were normal. No one knew what's coming, you know. And that's why they released it in Russian. They didn't mind it, you know. No one minded it. So that's another, by the way, kind of proof to what Russia says is false. That apparently the Russian language was banned in Ukraine, or was pursued. That's some kind of like fantastical bullshit that they pulled out just to make an excuse for invasion. Because bands like this band is just amazing. This band was just amazing, just great. This album, mm, again, regardless on which language it was made, this particular one was made, like the main version. I think they had like several versions of some songs. They were in Ukrainian and also in English. They had several. Like I think uh, the main kind of banger from this album, the Ocean of Your Tears. I think, yeah, in the Ocean of Your Tears, just as the title says. So I think it was a kind of in Ukrainian and in English also. There was an English version of this song. There were several that were also released in different languages. But the main kind of album was released in Russian. Nobody minded it, and I mean, these guys are from Mariupol, which right now Russia claims it's, but it's not. It's never been, and I just hope that these guys, although they are not in a band anymore, I just hope that they're alive and well right now. That everything is fine for them, because their city currently being occupied and it's destroyed. It's nothing left of the city. So I just hope that they're alive and fine, because extremely talented dudes. Like, this album was great. Then actually, members of this band, they joined the other band, which was the first band to sign a contract with American label, with Sumerian Records, I think. They failed also, kind of, later, but they released one album, and it was kind of cool. Not to the extent that Pictures Inside Me is, though. Yeah, the dude is like the main. The vocalist is. I don't remember his name. I remember his nickname. Cross, and I actually talked to him via like socials uh, when this album dropped. And also we have we covered a lot of those with my band, and I have my personal covers on SoundCloud. and my other, like maybe on YouTube even some of them. But if we covered this particular song, like in the Ocean of Your Tears, with a band from Tajikistan. So they just asked me to be a vocalist for a couple of tracks, and we covered this particular song together. It was kind of cool. The quality of recording is not that good, but I think I will upload it on YouTube actually, because why not? Um, and yeah, anyway, one of the bands that I really love. Then they later released a single. I think it was in 2012. Uh, Tesla, and it was also in Russian. You know, it was already 2012, and no one minded people in Ukraine releasing music in Russian. You know, so that's that kind of bullshit which like their propaganda spreads is just killing me. But anyway, I'm usually not diving into politics. I just recall that they are particularly from Mariupol, which is part of Ukraine and is now gone. You know, this is so fucking sad. Like, and I'm not saying like the band was gone for many years already, although I don't know. Maybe they were gone also because of the invasion to Crimea in 2014. I'm not sure. Anyway, I wish them everything like good. I wish all the best wishes, and I hope they're alive and well and they're safe. Anyway, the last one is this one. So it's Emmure, American band, great fucking band, great, like used to be great band, because I know that the vocalist turned out kind of an asshole later. People left the band and joined, and he was left alone. He kind of started all again. But I don't care about that period of his like career, because this one, Goodbye to the Gallows, is from 2008 or 9, I think. This is a pretty old album. Back then, he, he wasn't an asshole. Anyway, no one said that. And the band was doing great actually. They released a couple of albums after that which were decent. I mean, they released a lot of albums after that. I think they are still releasing, but this one is the best in my opinion. Best period, like pick Emmure, Goodbye to the Gallows. Yeah, I think I'm done actually with that. I will definitely revisit a lot of those. I want to revisit a lot of those, because Black Bomb A, I don't even remember how a single fucking song from this album sounds like. But I remember that I loved the band, so I will definitely put a lot of those in my playlist. The Sorrow too. I was so missing the Sorrow. I used to listen them all the time to them all the time. And the Machinemade God is a great band. So anyway, I think I will put the names of the bands into the description of the video. And didn't think about that. That kind of makes sense, because you may not have heard the name when I said it, or and you I I'm not sure if you can see the the cover art very like good. So I will just put the names of these albums into the description. Um, anyway, I'm gonna put this video on YouTube too, because why not? So thanks to whoever watched this, and share your opinion actually. If like you like metalcore, what do you think about those particular bands, and do you have some additions to this list? Let's discuss. But anyway, thanks. I think maybe I'll play something today. I have to start the Thing. I want to play the Thing because this is such a fucking great like game. I'm just stuck with Silent Hill 2 because I want to do 100% achievements and just leave until at least maybe several months. I don't want to replay it because I already played, like this is my third playthrough and I know everything already. Like I found everything, I think. Yeah, but yeah, I'm doing the 100% to get all the achievements. The problem is that some of the achievements you have to get in one playthrough. It won't count if you're starting the game again, like even New Game Plus. So yeah, and those ones are kind of like stupid. This Echoes and the other one, the Archivist. I have to find all the documents and all the memories at the one playthrough. But anyway, about that we'll talk later, I think. I may be or may not be playing something today later, a little bit later. We'll see about that. Anyway, whoever watched this, thank you. Come again, like visit, comment, like, subscribe, and whatever, dudes. Thanks.